Titanic that were not filled to its stated capacity. That is an absolute failure of duty.
By 1:30 a.m., the water has reached Titanic's name at the bow. Up in the wireless room, the radio messages are growing increasingly desperate. Aboard the Keldysh, Day 4 of the History Channel expedition. The second dive, with Roger Long and Ralph White, is ending.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, how'd it go? How was it?
We actually got under and could see the curve of the bilge, and I don't see any sign of interbottom damage. Now, we haven't seen all of it, but there's...
Roger and Ralph have seen no damage to the starboard bilge keel.
John and David.
No evidence to support the grounding theory.
Well, listen, let's get you a couple of minutes to catch your breath.
And there's more bad news. Tropical storm Irene has gotten stronger. It's now a hurricane and getting closer. The next day, the mirrors are down for maintenance.
This just sits in a U-channel.
The grounding theory, the original reason for this expedition, seems dead.
This really weights the balance against the bottom damage theory.
Now, where do we go from here?
Interspersed with heavy pieces of debris, but where do we...
With only one dive left,
You can only go so far.
Bill Lang suggests a new direction.
Really been out there to do a thorough investigation.
There's a lot of heavy debris to the east of the stern. There's some large holes in the 85 and 86 survey in that area. I mean, big enough to hold some major pieces. So, I mean, even though that area was surveyed,
It's an area that hasn't been studied.
so there's potential for some.
When we look at the area east of the main body of wreckage, it was originally side scanned in 1985, 1986 by Woods Hole. But exactly what's out there, they're not sure.
There may be some chunks out there. There could be a big piece of interbottom. There could be a big chunk of hull.
Spending the last dive on the rarely explored area to the east is a gamble. It could be a gold mine or a dead end.
We could go down there and completely waste an entire day with 2 mere submersibles. So, yeah, there is a significant amount of risk in doing what we're doing, but this is the way it works in exploration.
It's their last chance. The ultimate success or failure of the expedition is riding on this final dive. You're watching Titanic's final moments on the History Channel. Day 6 of the History Channel expedition. The final dive to Titanic is beginning. In Mir 1, John and Richie. In Mir 2, filmmaker Kirk Wolfinger and U.S. State Department Representative Bob Bloomberg.
Thank you.
So far, looking south, they've found no evidence of bottom damage. Now they'll gamble and head east into an area that has rarely been explored.
I've been involved with many expeditions out to the Titanic, and what I feel really fortunate about being on this expedition is that this expedition is not just looking at making a documentary, but it's looking at trying to solve some questions.
We haven't been able to find it, but who knows, they might get lucky today and find that one little critical piece of evidence that will change the whole story of Titanic.
April 15th, 2:05 a.m. only 2 lifeboats are left. 1,500 people remain on board. Alma Paulson and her children among them. Like many third-class passengers, by the time they reach the boat deck, there's nowhere to go.
By the time most of the lifeboats had been lowered, it was too late for the passengers from third class to reach them because they were so far down in the ship.
Wallace Hartley and the musicians are probably still playing. No one knows exactly when they stop. But their courage will come to symbolize the best of Titanic's crew this night. At 2:10 a.m., help is on the way. 50 miles to the southeast, the Cunard liner Carpathia has heard the distress calls and is racing to the scene. But 2 more hours will pass before she arrives. At 2:15 a.m. According to some witnesses, including Edith Brown, Titanic's stern rises higher. Terrible sounds begin.
Booming noises, thunderous noises, the smashing of glass, huge amounts of foam and spume coming up. All these screams and cries and so on. She and her mother turned their heads away. They couldn't handle it. It was just too much to endure.
In this final moment, a lasting controversy is born. Some claim the stern rises steeply and Titanic breaks apart. Others deny it. For 73 years, the breakup remains unconfirmed. And even today, the details are uncertain. Regardless, at 2:20 a.m., Titanic's stern slides beneath the waves. 1,500 people end up in the water.
The very few survivors that were actually pulled from the water just minutes after they had gone into the water remember it being like 1,000 knives being stuck into them.
Despite cries for help, almost none of the half-empty lifeboats go back to pull survivors from the water. Once the screams die away, over 700 people in the boats are left with nothing but cold and silence. Aboard the Keldysh, the navigators tracked the Mears on their final dive to Titanic. For the History Channel team, the waiting game continues.
Right now, there's nothing we can do. They're down there, they're looking around. We've given them as much information as we can give them. All we can do now is wait and hope that when they come back, they've got what we need.
7 meters. Okay, we're 3 feet off the bottom.
Right over here we got something.
Do you see objects?
Oh yeah, I see something now.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, look at that, huh?
Is that part of the bilge keel?
I don't know, John. I can't see out my port yet.
If it is bilge keel, this must be part of the bottom.
I think that is it. Yes, yes, yes.
We're looking at the bottom of the ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's double hull. That's double hull.
Oh, man, look at this. Wow.
We want to document this thing as well as we can.
It is bilge keel. The red paint still clearly visible. They are face to face with a piece of Titanic's bottom. But how far does it extend?
Is this a cross section with two bilge keels?
What are you saying? We're looking at the entire bottom?
Yeah.
The only way you can prove that right now is if we have him turn around and go back over the other side. Okay, yeah, so let's follow it around.
Let's follow it around.
If they follow the edge all the way around and find bilge keel on the other side, that means this piece is a complete cross-section, spanning the entire width of Titanic's hull, bilge keel to bilge keel.
Here's the keel. Oh my God, John, that's the keel. Yeah. This is the keel of Titanic. That's the center of the wreck. Oh yeah. Look at that. There it is.
The center keel, structural spine of the ship. They keep going.
Oh wow, John, maybe you are right.
This is a cross section.
Wait, it's coming into focus. And wait. And there's the other bilge keel.
We've got all the double hull in there.
Oh my gosh. This is the entire bottom of the ship. The entire bottom from port to starboard.
Yes.
It's an incredible piece of evidence. A huge, intact piece of Titanic's missing bottom.
Some kind of cloth below us.
Ritchie reports their sighting to the Keldysh.
We've confirmed the presence of a bilge keel on both ends. This is an entire section of the bottom of Titanic.
I was going to come find you. They have found what appears to be a complete section of the inner bottom, upside down, with the paint still on it.
Show me where they found it.
And within the hour, remarkably, Mir 2 sights a second intact piece of double bottom, a few hundred yards from the first.
It really is amazing. The first thing we hit is something Genya hasn't seen before.
Spectacular.
On the final dive, they found what they were looking for. Two pieces of Titanic's missing bottom. Now, the real work can begin.
You're looking at the turn of the hull. Yes.
Months of analysis back on land. The question is, what will this evidence reveal? You're watching Titanic's Final Moments on the History Channel. The 8-day History Channel expedition to Titanic is over. Phase 2 now begins, trying to unlock the secrets hidden in the steel.
I would say when the ship sank, that piece.
For the next 4 months, the team splits up.
I got to disagree with you on both ends of the deal.
Double bottom structure right now.
New members are added.
And I'm looking at the increased depth.
Working individually, conferring by phone and email, everyone struggles to analyze the pieces of double-bottom hull.
It was down in the mirror when we were actually looking at these.
That is totally awe-inspiring. That is the most significant piece of Titanic footage I've ever seen in my life.
In October, the first revelation emerges. Working from the underwater video, marine artist Ken Marshall creates architectural scale drawings of the pieces. broken edges line